Ho ho ho. Okay, we are rocking and rolling. All right, we got to start New Game Plus now. New Game Plus into this bullshit. Literally, the main point of this is like the broken aspect is the dancer Ash of War, not so much the blade, the curse blade itself. So most of like what I'm talking about is going to be correlated to um, what is giving me a boost to HP? Huh. Strange. What was in my Oh, I don't really need the faith here right now. Honestly, we could put the opening. I did the faith when I was testing it. So when I was testing it, that's how I saw the damage, and then I ended up changing like the stat requirement or the stats that I had for everything. There we go. I was like, my R1 is still semi-broken. Just a straight up one shot. It is entirely cracked for multi builds. Or like for multi hit, it is fucking insane. I went from fresh out of the shower to doing this. Okay, so necessarily we could I'll go change the physic. What the fuck happened? Which is funny because it doesn't really necessarily boost from the strength aspect because it is a paired weapon, so like leveling up strength isn't really a necessity. It's funny that that's the charged R2. So essentially with everything we have, we can essentially boss rush, but I still want to, well, actually we could test it on Magma Worm if we really wanted to. So at its core, this is basically a boss rush simulator we're doing. Hello, sir. Oh yeah, I forgot I need to talk, otherwise it's not happening. My dress is just up in the air. Hold on, let me just flash everyone real quick. Don't just look at that. Look at that. You can see my pants.
Offering guidance and aid. But you, I can play turning root to aid you. You need to the foot of. Then it said summon me. Ah, Torrent has treat him with. Shall I let my hand share them with me?
All right. Ow. And the cool part of this is you don't really need Ritual Sword, which like a bulk of my builds require it. Not necessarily require it. Do I need it? Hello, sirs. Pegasus. Alrighty. Since we're here, basically the core of this build is we have the full dancer set, which gives an added, I believe it's 10% bonus. It's not like the Rakshasa where it's like 8%. It gives a total of a 10% damage bonus. We have Melisand's Prosthesis, which is a multi-hit plus 5 dex, so we're at 95 dex. We have the Ring Sword Insignia, which is also multi-hit. During the course of this run, we are going to end up getting the Rotten Wing Sword Insignia because this is the new game plus. You have the Shatterstone Talisman that actually improves the damage at the kicking animation at the end of the Ash of War, so it is beneficial. And of course, Shard of Alexander. If you're doing it into new game plus, it is best if your build didn't require Warrior Jar Shard to have Shard of Alexander going into the second one. Or you can use whatever seal you want, but we're basically casting Golden Vow and Howl of Sharibi. We have the Cirque at plus 10. I have my freaking stats at 50 Vig, at 15 Mind, because that gives me enough to both cast the buffs, and if I really don't want to drink a blue, it's right there. It doesn't really cost a whole lot to do the Deadly Dance combo. Endurance I have 17, that's so I can have enough endurance afterwards, because the stuff we have on doesn't really add too much weight, as you can see. Dexterity, I have it at 95. It's only 90. I literally only put it up to 90. 95 is coming from Millicent's Prosthesis. Basically, when you end up getting God Your Great Rune, it puts you at the 99, so you're at the cap for it. I have strength of 10 because you only need 9 strength to wield this. And then we have 33 faith in order to cast our buffs. So yeah. This is also continuing from a run that I had before, so that's the only reason why there's 16 int is because I used the astrologer class for that one. But you don't really need anything else outside of this. It is a mainly dex scaling weapon. If you want to put some into strength, you can. You can like go to whatever the soft cap is for dex and then put the rest in the strength. I chose to run it like this. You can choose however you want to. All right, the very simple for anyone who wants to do it without doing all the crazy buffs. You're just gonna drink your physic. And our physic has the Thorny Crack Tier and Opening Heart Tier. You're gonna you're gonna cast Golden Vow, and then you're gonna cast Howl of Sharibi. And then if you really want to, I'd rather just drink a blue, 2-hand, walk in. You already have Margit Shackle. You walk up, shackle them down, and it is a 2-tap, so you do the first one and then the kick. Voila. Okay. That being a new game plus one is kind of crazy. The night, the hands of the fellow man. Immobile. Now, you'll see over the course of this, like with other bosses, it does get a little bit more difficult because you do have to time the Ash of War to where you're not getting hit out of it. You don't get hyper armor during it, so you can really much get smacked out of the initial hit.
Very well. Let my hand.
You there? Come up. I would. It's tight. The guards. You'll breach the. Well, but of course.
One of the main drawbacks of this build is basically non-existent poise, and not having hyper armor on an Ash of War actually like hinders it a bit, but it's the fact of when you land the Ash of War that it's kind of crazy. Now, I mean, to be fair, if you wanted more like damage negation, you could like take off the Shatterstone. Well, clearly the kick is the biggest benefactor of the whole combo. It deals the bulk of the damage. You also could, if you killed one of the vine birds, you could get their greaves, which has like the talons at the bottom, which actually helps the damage of like kick-based ones, like when you're doing the Dane's footwork. If you really wanted to, for like adding that damage to the kick. If you just wanted the damage from the normal dancer set, that works too. Damn. Oh, I have an itch on my nose. I was looking back. I'm semi in a bushy video, kind of fucking crazy. I say kind of because, in his one where he's using a different weapon on all 207 bosses, I told him about the pike and the Stormville and like the courtyard out there. Kind of crazy, kind of. I feel like everyone's just casually watching freaking Night Rain. Does not give zero fucks about like actual Elden Ring right now. drink. I wonder if we can get a like one hit into phase 2. Because it is multi-hit at the end of the day, so I wonder if we can. Okay, I need you to do... That works. Oh my god. Okay, so the kick is hyper armored. So there's hyper armor in the kick. Oh, okay, the actual thing, not so much. Damn. That's actually fucking crazy. Holy shit. So that's good to know. I can hyper armor to kick. Okay. So strength is adding to it. I think we'll casually like upgrade strength. Okay, we'll get strength to 15. I think strength to 15 is probably going to be the bulk of it. And then we'll just like fucking get as much HP as we can. Because HP is going to be definitely vital if we're this low of damage negation. I think the set puts you in negative actually. No? Okay. Surprisingly enough, our magic, holy, and all that is fine. Slash is surprisingly fine-ish. It's just like the base physical damage is like complete shit. I have an itch in my nose again. I wonder if I can insta like stun this dude with the Ash of War. No, but we can kill him. That's actually fucking crazy. So much damage on just the garden golem. Yeah, the whole beginning swinging is 15 FP, and then the kick is where 8 comes in, I believe. So it's like a total of 23. Which is completely fine, because that's about like 2-ish. I think it's like 2-ish. Uses of it. I don't know. A 95 FP. What can I do? Yeah, so it is 2 separate things. Okay, I could do 3. That's fine. Now, honestly, I think bigger enemies with like the hitboxes is the more beneficial of this, because you're able to hit them more times within the dance than it is, say, like Gideon. I'll leave you alive this time.
Pathetic excuse for a lord you were. Craven to the bone. And after all,
Okay, but to be fair, when I really do think about it, the only reason a kick does the bulk of the damage is because the initial like cast of swinging and all that gives the triggers the multi-hits, and then the actual kick at the end is extremely boosted by that. So that actually makes the most sense on why the kick is the most vital, which is why you also use the Shattered Stone freaking talisman. I know some people will be like, oh, why don't you just use Rakshasa? Well, you could use Rakshasas and get like 8% damage just in typical, but this is like extremely boosted to the Ash of War itself. So it's like targeted, not just normal, oh look, I swung at the guy. What was it in? Honestly, I could have done AR tool on like try to test it like outside of recording on PC and just see how much actual stance damage the entirety of the Ash of War does, because that seems very interesting. Seems like there could be a lot more benefit for shit. Now, the one I want to test it on as soon as I can is Moog. But the only downside is the quicker I get to the Helic Tree, the quicker I can kill Loretta and all that. The quicker I can get Rotten Wingsword insignia, which will probably be the biggest benefactor into the DLC. But like that's so far into the game to where that could be tested, that is just like, it would have been more fun the other way. Oh, I should have gotten that grace. Shit. Anyways. Hold on, hold on. Okay, I can hear the game. I was like, I was looking over at this stuff and I was like, wait a minute. If I was doing this shit, fucking, I had like no game sound. The amount of times I go to record and I don't have like game sound going properly, very depressing. Oh, right. We should put the rune arc on. Now, I know Renala has like low HP. Oh, I wonder if this could actually just one-shot her in the course of it, but it is like New Game Plus, so I do have to consider that for a lot of things. Okay. I don't like dealing with those guys up close. Hello, sirs. Goodbye, sirs. Y'all yeet? Yeah, sir. Yeah, dog. Stay down there. I wonder how much damage I'll do to just the dog too, because some bosses, like I said, we have to time it just right, so some bosses you do have to deal with that timing, and Red Wolf is definitely one of them. I wonder how doing if I can end up actually doing right card. There we go. My R1 doesn't work half the time, so I have to like really fucking be careful with it. Come here, doggy. Damn it, bro. Okay. Jump. Oh my fuck. I know dog is like not hard by any means, but holy shit. Yes, hello, I like my beard in my face. Oh shit, what the fuck? He went, his face went through the skirt. Or dress, my bad. Go buy some rune arcs. Does it work properly if I don't think that's you can parry this. But I wonder how NPCs read it too. Questions that I definitively need answers to. So we're gonna test them on Moongrum. Moongrum! Prepare to be tested. Hello, sir. Ow. Okay, so it is a fucking... Good to know. NPCs can read it. Crazy. But good to know. Like 3 years later, and people still run on the left side and choose to dodge the ball instead of just going on the right side. By Moonrum? Okay, so we're gonna go in, and then we gotta fucking smack 2 children real quick, and then we can do the buffing sequence. Where is... Okay. 1, 2. There's a 3rd one. Okay, so we're gonna go over here. Is that the one? I think it's this one. Okay. Drink. Vow. Yeah. Oh. We're gonna drink this real quick. Okay. Now it's time to see if the Ash of War actually does crazy fucking damage on this. Oh shit. That was exactly the type of freaking phase 1 that I was hoping for. If that's the case, then this should be a... Shit, dude. God damn, that's fucking crazy. That was exactly what I was hoping for the Renala to be. Crazy fucking shit, dude.
Where did he flee, my sweetings? Come out from whence he cried. There are books. Where did he flee?
Okay, so now
Come out.
we could go fight the magma worm so we can get into Altus. Oh, it's piss sky time. The sky is piss. Oh, we can also just go buy the like I think 5 rune arcs, either 3 or 5. I think it's 5 that this merchant over here on the way to it sells anyways. It's also kind of cool that this weapon does have bleed to it. It gives an added benefactor when fighting. Because then you're like, oh yeah, if I hit you enough, I'm going to proc a bleed proc within this multi-hit. So if the enemy can bleed, you're doing like even more crackhead damage.
What do you need? I don't want any
Oh, he has 3. Oh, that's fine. We're going to take one of these for later.
All done? Well.
Yeah. Hello, Golden Seed. Excuse you, farting is very nasty right there. Wonder what's better, the bull goat armor set or the Vergus? I know both are considered like the best. Ow, ow. You know what? Fair. I hit you. I declaratively hit you first, so you hitting me second. Kind of fair enough. Now, what's actually really more broken than this is Mariah's Executioner Sword, but that one's like been broken. And you basically do the same shit that I have on, minus the Shattered Stone. You could probably replace that with the Ritual Sword. Yeah, I think it would be like Rotten Winged Sword Insignia, Ritual Sword. Our Magic Sword being Charm if you really wanted to go into magic thing. And then in your Fizzy, you could have the Thorny Cracktire and then the Magic Cracktire, because Mariah's Executioner Sword does have the split magic damage. So if you're trying to get the boost from both, it's really good. Hello, Scarab. Goodbye, Scarab. You shall live another day. For now, that is. Until I need you on a different run, then you will be dead, possibly. Nice try. I love how every time I'm playing, my nose starts itching. Like, one of the things that you just have to keep focused, and then it's like, oh, you need your nose to itch? I got you, bro. Oh, fuck off. Oh, fuck off. Okay. Jesus. That pandemonium right there. Oh no, my earbud fell out. The elevator blocked it. Crazy, dude. Crazy. I love how my like R1 works when I don't when I'm don't need it to, but when I'm trying to actually change for this shit, it's like, no, we're not doing it. There we go. Hi, Magma Worm. Let's do this shit. Shit. You gonna move again? Yep. Sir. It just did not care. It could care less. Not too shabby. Yeah, I don't think there's a difference between charged and uncharged. Well, I don't even think there's an actual charge to this. If I remember correctly. I don't... I would have to double check the wiki on whether or not it gets it charged or not. Altis. I'm about to say, I was like, I wonder if like Raptor Feathers does a damage change. That would be an interesting one. Hello, dog. Okay, we could essentially go kill Pissfree. I do find it funny how what was it, when you're fighting certain normal like mobs, your damage on certain things seems like it's like complete and other shit, but then when you're fighting a boss, you're like, this is the most broken shit ever. Goes to fight that one mob that just tanks every fucking hit, and you're like, what the fuck? I'm like, I don't know what to tell you on that one. Okay, we're at max flask now. Like, I don't know what to tell you, dude. Your build sucks. That's why your trash mobs are just kicking your ass. I feel like my what was it? Over time, I have gone from sucking at making builds to making actually a lot better builds. Like, I find it the funniest when I look back at my first ever Elden Ring video. I was doing a fist only run thinking, I'm like, oh my god, this shit sucks. I was building it so shit and just thought it was gonna be good. To the fact that I was using summons on Radagon with Starfist. And I look back at myself and I'm like, how the fuck did you get, like, how the fuck was that your way of being, oh come on, this shit sucks? Didn't suck, I just sucked. Oh, I'm stuck. Hello, sir. Goodbye, sir. I wonder the most about this on Mesmer. He's both like, it's like he's a, essentially like height wise, he is a big boss, but he is like small in frame, same as Madir, or not Madir, Midra. Fuck am I getting Madir from? Same as Midra, where it's like they're smaller and like frame. So more or less like the jumping around multi-hits ain't really the best unless you're like hitting all of it in one single shot. But you also have to dodge out of certain things. I still find it funny how the jump between New Game and New Game Plus isn't really that big. But the jump from New Game Plus to New Game Plus 2 is different. Okay, I believe I can cast Howl of Sharibi behind him. I believe. I could be dead ass wrong and this is gonna be fucking hilarious. Okay, no, we're fine. There we go. I was like, come on, two-handed. Shit. He didn't even fucking get to do a singular attack on me. Holy fuck. Not a singular attack was fucking thrown by his way. At least other bosses got the attack. He does so much delayed shit that it's hilarious. I wonder for Erdtree avatars if I can actually get the L2 off. Or if it's still too slow. Also, can you apply grease to this? Aw, man. But then again, that'd probably be broken as shit. Could you imagine that? Bleed grease plus doing the whole fucking multi-hit. Plus already having an innate bleed on this? Golly. Yep, go do your little twirl before you blow your bubbles. Wee! Abdua! Wee! I fucking missed. Oh, that's a wall. Yep. Don't feel like dealing with the mobs. Holy. Okay. I need him to do like the slam or something. Okay, that is a lot of delay. A lot of damage, but a lot of delay on the kick afterwards. So I do need to be weird about that.
My utmost thanks for bringing me to the base of the Erd Tree. Here, I can govern my own movement, and thus, the accord is fulfilled. I shall depart to ascertain the purpose I was given. Farewell. I shall leave Torrent. I wish you luck. I have no...
Okay. All right. Yeah, I would have to have him do like the initial thing, so I don't think I'm getting the kickoff on Piss Free really. But everything else is a maybe. Almost. The closer we get to Melania, the closer I'll start doing Millicent's prosthesis. So when we get into Concentrated Snowfield, I'll start doing Millicent's quest line. Boink. It's also good that, like, at the core of it, this isn't one of those builds that you're, like, hoping that, like, on bleed procs or something else. You're just solely relying on physical damage doing this. Shit. Oh shit. So that's not a... I got hit by that? What the fuck? Okay. That's on my bad on that one. Openings are not my forte on this, I guess. Okay, spin around. No? Spin around? Bro. The one time, he doesn't do the spin. The one time. Come on, buddy. Okay, yeah, sure. There we go. That's why I say that. I was like, there is certain bosses that you just have to feed into openings, and the fucking openings are tight as shit. You can't get the full thing off. I'm surprised I did. I think I was going to get the kick off, but that's when he did the slam, so I got smacked out of it. Now this one does suck because, like, he has that, like, health threshold that you, like, kind of have to get into. So he kind of fucks you out of, like, a full, like, one hit. Morgat, I have a weapon for you. Yeah, Shatterstone kind of doesn't get used when you're not able to do the kick. No. Go. Whee. Easy work. Easy. If he didn't have that little threshold, it would have been a lot easier. You over there? You touching the fire a little bit? You like the glow? You like a little bit of glow?
Hello again,
Hello.
old friend.
Oh.
Allow me
Old.
a moment
Damn, how'd you know?
to converse with you.
How'd you know I was old?
Unable to enter the Erd Tree. No? Prevented by the mantle of barbs. The thorns are impenetrable.
Impenetrable.
The husk of the Erd Tree's being
Impenetrable.
that spurns all that exists without. The only way to stand before the Elden Ring and become my purpose. So I'd like to the flame then and guide you.
Thank you.
Shall I let my hand?
Oh, damn.
share
I was flashing her a little bit. My bad.
your thoughts, your ambitions.
Okay. We let's go fight. Yeah, let's go fight Radon. So far our declared only one hits have been Red Wolf and Renala. History decided to be difficult. Funny enough, if you can get to the DLC, you can plus, like, max out any weapon before fighting Margit. If you can end up going to fight Radon and Goldfree, or Radon and Moog. But then you don't get to test shit on Moog. Hello. We were a lower, like, equip load. Like, I think, what was it? Blue Dancer only works up to, like, 12 for equip load. And then it just turns to shit, really. Like, you get no real benefit to it. I kind of wanted to do a Regalia of Ecolide build too. Like centered around multi-hits. Just because of the dancer set and all that. I feel like it'll be funny. Like, you get it so early on too that you can just boost the shit out of it and then just have the video titled "We have Maria's Executioner Sword at Home." It's also funny with how early you can get Moonveil too. Like you can get Moonveil so freaking like you can get so many like overpowered weapons so fucking early, it's crazy. That's exactly the person I made it look like. It's between this one and my my Gooner character, who's just all white. Looks like exactly what you think it does. The other character I have is like he's like all like white, muscular, has like a white heat mark across his forehead. Yes, sir. I don't know why I'm going this way. I kind of confused myself. Oh, right. I need this to go through Millicent stuff. Never mind. I remember now. I needed Millicent's like questline stuff going, so when I get the concentrated. Because Melania is the big one I want to know. Because I know some of the times you can't get hit out of a move, really. I don't think her attacks kick me out of one. But I can also get the leadened hard tier to boost poise and see if that benefits me anyway. Okay. Ow? No? Okay. I was like, ow, maybe? You know what? Let's just go, let's just start it. Let's go see what Niall's gonna look like. Essentially. Alrighty. Ow! Ow! Thank you. No, it's not enough. At least get Melania or freaking Millicent out of Caelid.
I'd hoped. A strapping, don't fret. Should you I will teach you. I need her name resting. Oh, as promised. Go on. Now let me have a look at. Well, the work of a. Can you give me as well, mate?
Gotta quit out in order to get it. Boo boo. Some picnic baskets.
Will you give it? I will
Damn right I will. Thank you.
Millicent tended to a wretched
Thank you, good sir. I will give it to her immediately. Indubitably.
Well, my flesh, it is a curse. You are to quell, but never mind. I would rather than simply. Would you mind?
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like. What was it? I'm kind of very thankful for the people who like took all that long ass time to go figure out how to do all the quest lines, because it makes shit like this so much easier.
My apologies.
And since I do the same quest lines roughly, it's like, oh, I already know where to go, and it's just a matter of just doing them all. Makes life so much simpler. But was probably like super annoying for, well, I mean, I don't think it's super annoying, but I think it was like thrilling for people who were figuring out all the stuff, like all the steps to it. But at the same time, like probably annoying that they're like, what's the next step? Or, oh, I fucked up this step. And then the people who found like the shortcuts to each step.
Oh, something. So I decided what I've only found, and perhaps.
Like that quit out there.
Well, I must
When I was talking to Gowry. Like that quit out was probably one of those ones that people were just like, oh yeah, you could just do this. And then with the same with Sullivan's quest line too. Or that like you had to find out that you had to buy a spell and then do everything else. I'm kind of curious on how much damage this is going to do when we're done. Dog! I think, what was it? We were to talk about like the best stat in Elden Ring based off like weapons and what you can do with it. I I would personally think strength is like not as much as a number one as some people think it is. Because all people think is like, oh, strength, go bonk, stance break. I was like, well, yeah, some of that time it kills quick-ish and you get those stance breaks. But I think Dex would be definitively over that. And in sense of just like doing a stat-based run, I think, what was it? With the variety of stuff you can do to wield certain weapons, if you're doing a vigor only run, that's probably one of the easiest ones you can do. After that, I would think intelligence, solely based off the fact that you don't even really have to go close in to fighting them half the time. Same with faith. Sometimes the faith ones you can just use incants that are like super far distance. Endurance lets you wield put on whatever armor you want and basically stack up to like freaking wield certain heavy ass weapons too.
Are you the festive?
Mind is probably like the worst, like the hardest stat you could probably do, because you either have to do a lot of other stuff to be able to wield certain things, or you're just spamming Ashes of War and hoping not to get hit. I think Dex is the most fun you can do for a single stat run. Just because of the variety of weapons and how like quick movements. Arcane's like whatever. I was like, if you're really into like the bleed and like status buildup, then I'm like, all right, whatever. Ugh. I know what I did. I feel like I'm secretly judged for how I do Radon. There we go. Okay. No! Oh man, some of those just fucking missed. That's depressing. There we go. Man, that would have just been a one phase. I would be the one to choke that shit with like all the things you need. When you have everything you need to fucking do it and you still fuck it up. Oh, hey, Blythe. Damn. How you doing there? I think Blythe got a little too close and personal. Bleh. Just casually fucking... All right. Okay, so we could go do mountaintop shit. and try to do Nile and get that shit situated. Or we go to Moog. But part of me also wants to use Rotten Wingsword Insignia on Moog. Whee! I wonder how this would shred Fire Giant. Like, I'm assuming it would do a good chunk. But you're also moving. Like, the initial, like, attack would probably not do what you would expect it to. What's up, Influx? How you doing? I'm doing fantastic. This weapon Nash War is fucking doing crazy shit, dude. I have it in New Game Plus because it was the one that I was testing it on. But, I mean, even with that, it's fucking insane damage. Hello, sir. Dude, and that's not even, like, going, like, crazy on buffs, too. Like, just imagining doing the damage of being like, okay, let me incorporate, like... What was it, like the poison, freaking bleed, madness, maybe even sleep. If you like did a whole crap ton of stuff and then try to like get a full L2 off. Like most of the things I do is just so like okay, so I have a PC. I just don't play on PC. I have a capture card for the Xbox. Yeah, it's just anytime I try to like record anything related. Makes sense. No, you're good. No, it's anytime I try to record something off of on PC, like on my PC while also doing the other stuff, it's just like Elden Ring starts shit in the bed. So I'm just like, let's not. While on Xbox is not that bad. Goodbye, sir. Oh yeah. No, I'm just like, whenever I'm able to go to like. My long run thing is doing a 2 PC. So whenever that gets into works, then videos will just be like looking a lot more beautiful. I tested it. Well, okay, so I did just on the my PC alone. I went to like basically draw myself everything to test exactly what all weapons that don't look like you can wield them at RL1 that you can use at RL1. Some of this shit's fucking crazy. Like outside of like the normal, oh, let me put a strength talisman, a Radagon sword seal, and freaking like the strength, like the tiers and whatnot, and then the typical stuff. Just the consumables, like the dragon scale flesh, gives you like an extra. I think it's like It increases, I forget the exact number, but it increases your strength, the dex, I believe endurance and vigor. So you can use that, but it like gradually decreases your HP. So that's the only negative side to that. So that helps wield certain weapons. And then there's like a Nostrum fingerprint or something like that, and that helps the other stats. So it's like the vice versa of like how you have Radagon Sword Seal to America Sword Seal. It's fucking crazy. But like 99% of like those ones that like have, oh yeah. Like, what was it? And those like extra consumable things actually benefit, like if you really wanted to use Hannah Melania at level 1, you can. But you more so have until that consumable runs out, then you do your like strength, dex, whatever tier. Because I'm like, you get 3 minutes with those, but the consumable, I think it has a lower time. So outside of having to either farm or buy the stuff to get those consumables, you only can hold like 10 of them. So you're just like pressing your luck if you're not gonna kill an enemy super quick. I also haven't like tested the damage on this with Rod and Wing Sword Insignia. So I'm trying to get that as soon as possible. Because I want to put that as part of it before going to Moog. I want to see if I can fully one cycle Moog. I'm using Shard of Alexander. Yeah, this one is playing off of the save file that I had from the Carrion Sorceries video. So I didn't use anything with Alexander, so I specifically went to go get that. I also, what was it, before even like booting up the stream and all that, I was trying to farm for the divine birds, the feet, the one that have the claws, because those help like with the damage for kick based like moves and all that. So I was like, oh, let me do this. I farmed for like an hour and I was like, yeah, I'm not getting these feet right now. It wasn't like the Cirque where I killed the Curseblade like 4 times and then I got it. I was like, no. I was an hour and I was like, I don't feel like going another hour on this. Yeah, no. So inevitably, I'm gonna get Rod and Wing Sword Insignia to see how much that boosts to it. But I do have Shard of Alexander. So I have the better of it. I mean, to be fair, if I'm doing any other like Ash of War based runs, and it's like doing it from new game, I'm of course gonna get Warrior. I'm gonna get Warrior Jar Shard instead of Shard of Alexander. You should up one of ours bouquet run next. Okay, how if you upload a Varus bouquet run, I will attempt a no hit. I swear, I will give myself a week to try to do a no-hit run. I mean, like, if I get one, yes. But it will be multiple attempts. I'm not gonna be like, oh well, I did one attempt and I got hit. I'm like, no, I will put a full week into attempting to actually get one. Say what? I'm like, broken controller and all, I will attempt. That's an awkward placement. Ow. Okay, sir. You just recorded an Onyx Lord Greatsword? Dude, I've been secretly loving that weapon, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like some of the weapons that have an int scaling with them that's not Moonveil have been getting like shunned. Need to see her. Me doing no hit. Oh, is it good in Night Rain? I feel like some weapons that are good, from what I've seen from other people, I feel like some weapons that are good in normal Elden Ring haven't been like straight up being good in Night Rain, while other ones are just surprising people. Like, to be fair, I love how good Night Rain has made bows. Like, you play the normal game and you're like, bows suck ass. And then freaking playing, and I'm watching people play Night Rain and I'm like, why the fuck is the bow so good? Dun, da, 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 da. It'll also be kind of funny, like, when I think about myself attempting no hits, that I'm so, like, in my own head about being like, no, I need to have such and such amount of vigor, but then I'm just like, it's a no hit. You're not supposed, you don't need that much vigor. I was like, declarably, I don't need to level it at all. That's also funny. You would think with how much of like Gino's videos that I watched that I would have attempted a no hit like a while ago. One of the pros when you didn't know. Yeah, I was like, yeah, you get to solely focus your freaking the strength of your stat you're using. But to be fair, I think for the most part, I don't have a problem like during boss fights. It's during it's like the whole runs to bosses, which I think is from watching everyone is like the bulk of everyone's difficulty. They're like, oh yeah, dodging the boss's attacks is the easiest part of no-hit runs. It's everything else that's hard. I somehow didn't alert the bird. Cool. Okay, now if y'all can let me get my grace and not like attack the shit out of me, specifically you, sir. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. You bitch. Okay. We're gonna fuck off for a little bit, okay? Yeah? Oh! Just a calm 90 strength power limit for iron balls. Like, let me just straight deck half your health with, like, my iron balls real quick, sir. I'm like, trust me, I will pull out all the cheeses when it comes to the no-hit. Like, what was it? The Ghost Loretta cheese? Oh. Oh, dude. Since seeing that cheese, I love that cheese so much. Crazy how you can 3-shot the final boss and right? Like, let me just walk in with the fucking Blood Fiend's arm and just fucking heavy metal smack this dude real quick. Like, oh, and he gives you so many openings too. That's the fucking crazy part. Like, I feel like some of the weapons are so broken that you know damn well, like, Miyazaki kept them in there because he likes to use those. Like, that's my own thoughts and all this. I'm like, Miyazaki keeps these weapons in here solely for himself. He doesn't keep it in there because, like, the average schmo freaking can't fight so-and-so. I'm like, he's like, I can't fight the boss that I made my team make, so I'm gonna do this. Because there's no way, I was like, even with the broken bleed for Blood Fiend's arm, that you can do the broken holy scaling and still fucking do insane damage. Especially when your freaking boss is like low resistance to holy. Hello, sir. Okay, you guys go fight it out. I'm gonna go fight you, okay? Ow. Ow, sir. I'm stuck in a corner. What the fuck, man? Can we? Brother. Can it? Brother, my R1 decides to not work now? My R1 decides to not work now. You know what? I deserve that after all the shit I've been doing. Just look at this. Now it wants to work. Do you see this? In the fight, nothing. Well, no, I mean, like I told you, I had a semi fix for the the R1. Not only that, I swear I had the 2 nights freaking... I don't know what the fuck happened with that one. No, but the R1 on this one is fidgety. I heard if you thought magically fixes stuff. No. But that's what I get. It's the freaking Elite controller. It's the only controller that currently is like working the best. I will buy 4. There you go, sir.
All done? Well, be on your way then.
Yeah, it's my only one that's working like the most to it, but its R1 is like fidgety. So sometimes it'll work, and then sometimes it'll just not do anything like this. But I rather deal with that than not being able to like move forward at random intervals. Like, if I would be standing like this on the other one, and then out of nowhere, it'll be like, oh, you wanted to move. I have, what was it? Now since moving, I have one job I'm just waiting to hear back on to do the orientation day. So there's that. And then that gets me start going into stuff so I was like, I'm at that point now, I was like, all these expensive fucking controllers are break within like the first month. And I was like, I could go buy one of those $30 off-brand ones and it'll last fucking longer. It's crazy. And what's even worse is because of like how you have to do everything for the Elgato, the controller that I bought from 8BitDo, when I go to plug in the chat link cable for the capture card, it only picks up audio from the left side and not the right side. And that had happened randomly. And then it's funny because if I like it only when it's doing that for the Xbox, and then it even on its own. Looked it up, software, everything, nothing fucking fixes it. It's like pure tragedy at that moment, at that point. You know, the one time the fucking what was it? His summons actually, like, the one that I go to freaking, put to my side, actually kills the other guy. I need you to come here. There we go. No! I was too busy doing a fucking menu and stuff. Alright, come here, big boy. I need you to do your stomp, okay? That works. Okay, yep, that hurt. And you're gonna do your stomp. Oh wait, I just realized how much fucking HP I took away. Holy shit. Can you do your... Not that one. You're such a dick, you know that? I need you to do one specific move. You're a dick. Of course, when you want the boss to do one specific move, it never does it. Fuck it, we ball. God damn you. Fucker smacks me in 1 second. Okay, sir, I need you to do one move. Now, can you do that? But will you just... Thank you. Ow. Thank you. There we go. Thank you, sir. If only you could do that move like when I asked earlier. Oh yeah, no problem. You gotta go do you stuff. I appreciate you being here anyways, man. Boom. Okay, now to go kill an Almanoric for the other one. This is what I get for not getting the other grace earlier. But my new game plus brain does not tell me. Yo, the rest of this run goes smooth. Okay, yeah, no problem. I mean, if it's anything, I mean, I don't think I'm gonna have the trouble like Nile. My big thing is I want to see how well this shit does on Melania. That's my big, like, in my brain. I'm like, I want to see it do that. I just hate that this has no hyper armor, like, anywhere in the entire move. I thought it had it in the kick, and it does not have it in the kick. I will say this is probably one of those like things of Elden Ring that I like have like the most like disdain for and like disliking, that I was just like, why are you gonna give hyper armor for some Ashes of War and not all of them? Like why does Wild Strikes have hyper armor but Swinging Slash doesn't? Or like the one that the Banished Knight Halberg has. I'm like, why does that one not get freaking hyper armor, but Wild Strikes does? Does not make sense at all. Hello, perfumer. Have you met feet? Fuck you. Exactly my thought process. Asshole. Hey, yeah. Hello, sir. Goodbye, sir. Thank you. Well, this also gives me access. That's not where I wanted. This also gives me access to Moog too. So it makes two birds, one stone. Oh shit, I need to continue Millicent's questline. I forgot. I need to go talk to her in the mountaintops before I go to Haligtree. But I also need to go get them. I feel like there is a way to like strafe some attacks if you don't like do the move straight up looking at them. I feel like if you do the move and move to diagonal, then it does like across them. I think. Of course. You hit Torrent in his ass. You sent a fireball to my ass. The fuck happened? Just start dropping frames left and right. Eee! It went up the hill. Nope, okay. What? What? I got hit by that? What? Okay, does that alleviate some of the pressure? Probably. I don't know when the fuck all these frames just started dropping out of fucking left and right. Out of all the times, like I had like all the other boss fights that were doing a lot more to everything. You bastard. Of course, as I'm almost across, he falls. There we go. Hello, madam. Goodbye, madam. Do I have something running in the background? That shouldn't. I don't think so. Okay. Oh, nope, she's over here. I need to run back that way too. Oops. Really, I haven't picked up a singular mushroom.
The Scarlet as such, though rather vexed, I realized I could have ate. Are you giving me? I think it might be possible.
Okay. Dog. I've yet to see Dog Pope today. Whee! Speaking of which, I should get this, Grace. I want to do other shit. It's quicker. Blood grease that I can't apply to this. I also, funny enough, have like a failed Bloody Helis run. I, for whatever reason, thought like Bloody Helis would be really good, and then I got the freaking Malekith, and like, it's like the bane of my existence. Now, phase 1... Okay, fuckhead. Phase 1 Malekith, I feel like, is not difficult to do shit. Phase 2 is where I see openings being weird. Because I feel like if I do one in a certain spot, then I might leave myself open to getting like a huge smack on myself. Which kind of sucks. Madam? Ow! What a very inconvenient left turn for me to grab the mushroom as she swung. So I've only had one death. And it's that one for freaking Nile now. It's fucking crazy. There we go. Now my R1 wants to work. There we go. Hello, sir. Good night, sir. Goodbye, sir. Fun doing business with you. And then our madam will appear here. Thank you.
Oh, the arm you gave, it feels... Perhaps it is us. It is the only way.
Okay, so from here we go to this one. Jeez, right here.
What could you know? Call upon me. I heard them indeed. The Halic tree.
Okay. And then now we go here so we can go to mountaintop so I can do the annoyance that is the fucking Evergel to do freaking getting into Haligtree. I feel like with how much Loretta moves around, I don't feel like Loretta is an issue. Also, because of the initial jump, it actually doesn't make it that hard to fight Melania, because you're kind of like mini staggering her to begin with, which is what like kicks her out of her own animations. So as long as you get the hit first, you're fine. Pata. Did the fucker just heal? Yeah, Den's on now. Gave myself the most confusing fucking markers. Okay. Na-da-dee-da-dee-da-doo-doo. Na-da-dee-da-dee-da-doo. Honestly, I think blood-sucking cracked here could work with this build, but you're also like, when you get hit, you're getting like fucking hit. Okay, I kind of want to attempt to skip. Just because I kind of don't want to freaking... Nice. I love changing whatever the fuck I was just changing in my menu. Ugh. Pain. I want to get that skip though. Okay, sir. Thank you. You bastard. Okay, don't fall off either. All right, never mind. We're not trying to skip. I have no clue how to do this skip. I would have to spend like 15 different hours doing this shit. Okay. I might have to cut the stream off because the fucking... I don't know why I'm dropping frames like crazy. So sadly, that will have to end. But I appreciate everyone for joining.